Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review, and today we're gonna take a look at the figure. It's the CollectA 2019 White Rhinoceros. Now, White Rhinoceros, or White Rhino, also referred as the square-lipped rhino, is the largest extant species of rhinoceros. It has a wide mouth used for grazing and is the most social of the rhino species. The white rhino consists of two subspecies, the southern white rhino, with estimated 16 to 803 wild living animals, and the much rarer northern white rhino. The northern subspecies has very remaining individuals, with only 2 confirmed left in 2018. The females are Fatu and Nayan. Sudan, the world's last male northern white rhino, died in Kenya on March 19, 2018 at the age of 45. Now, rhinos, like the white rhino itself, can range from Africa, but other rhino species might live in Asia, like the Indian and Sumatran rhino, even the Javan one. Now, the species size is different from its usual, and the beast's size, however, can grow up to 3.7 to 4 meters, 12.1 to 13.1 feet long. And the females can grow up to 3.35 to 3.65 meters, 11.0 to 12.0 feet in cows, and weight over 200 and 300 or 2,000 and 2,300 kilograms, or 4,410 to 5,070 pounds. Now, the white rhino is the largest rhino species to ever walk the earth, and it's the second largest land mammal in the world, after the elephant and the hippopotamus. Now, it is a herbivore, mainly eat plants like the rest of the rhinos, but its closest extinct relative was a woolly rhino from Eurasia. Now, let's take a look at the rhino sculpt. This rhino is one of my favorite animals to ever know. Well, especially it has a horn. Although, you may have wondering, you thought it was a real horn, but this rhino's horn is made out of keratin, the same thing as the hair and fingers. Now, I believe the sculpting on the rhino is very gorgeous, and I loved it. It's so majestic, and it's very unusual for a rhino like that to have this situation, but I believe it or not, that is one big boy. And yeah, this is very great to have a rhino around the world. And yes, that's pretty much it for the sculpt. And the pose is great because it stands up for marking its territory or something. But, in a way, it's still a great animal. But, don't be confused with other rhinos. The white rhino is actually the more popular and the more common ones, apart from its rarer northern relative. And the details is great, although its smoothiness can get along just fine, but in a way, it's just a rhino's deal for demanding. Although the rhinos are facing so many dangers, like poaching them with their horns, so the poachers will use their horns to cut them off and sell for the black market to use its medicine, which, that's very cruel. But people decided to help the rhinos from extinction. And yes, let's talk about the color scheme. The color scheme of a white rhino, just like its real-life counterpart, it has some grayish colors. Although some species have gray colors, but others have brown colors, like the Sumatran rhino. And yes, most of the animal kingdom's residential beasts, it can actually be different about it. And I believe I don't have a black rhino because it might be proving wrong. But still, the white rhino is just a pure animal, with very good designing, the color schemes, and it's all cool. And I love its lips. It resembles of a square shape, square-lipped rhino. And I believe this rhino figure looks very gorgeous, and I believe I'm gonna bring up the prehistoric relative of a rhino that doesn't have a horn, or nor of it, but a bone. Anyways, we're gonna bring up a ruler and let's give this rhino a measure. Terms from a length from the tip of the tail, from tip of the horn, we're looking at about 6 inches, and which is only at about 15 centimeters. And the height on top of the hump, we're looking at about 3.13 inches, and which is only at about 6.2 2 centimeters. Now for comparison, here's with its prehistoric relative that doesn't have a horn nor any weapons but a bunch of bones. The TNG 2023 Megacerops. Although these creatures may look alike, but they're different species nonetheless, since the Rhinoceros had horns while Megacerops has bones, meaning it has a bone to use as a defense mechanism. Although Rhino can live up for millions of years, and they're listed as near threatened, while the Megacerops went extinct from this route. Although this animal look very intimidating, but it's just a pure one. And I'm gonna link this rhino thing in a link in the description box down below. And for the rating, I'm just gonna give it, for the rhino, a 10 out of 10, which is a pure rhino to have my opinion. But most people liked rhinos, so the rangers must protect these incredible animals from the extinction. But if you know about this figure, let me know in the comments. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video, and leave a comment below, and I'll see you for another review about the CollectA 2012 Brown Bear Cub. Goodbye everyone, and see you all next time.